we have 120, 120. We started thinking that we were going to have 120 events during the summer. And it ended up being over 1,000 events that have been registered. And this is the last month. There's going to be prizes. There's going to be recognition on stage and really great things if you are part of it. So if you haven't, just send your event. You need to have at least 10 people. And you need to send it to those emails that are right there on the screen. And just put your name, the city, the date, and what kind of event you're going to have, and make sure that you register and share the pictures in social media. There's a lot of templates that you can use in the hub that can help you to promote your event in case you just don't want to spend time putting together the design of your flyer to promote the event. But there's going to be great recognition for those that register 4 or more events. They're going to have a special recognition, and this is going to be really awesome. You don't want to miss that. 10 or more are going to be recognized on stage, and 20 or more are going to have a special time with our CEO, Travis Garza, and the executive team. So this is an opportunity for you to be part of an incredible summer events with Juice Plus. U Plus 2 is also another one that is ending this month. And as you know, all you need to do is sponsor 2, help them to get to Partner Plus, and you will get $100, okay? And what is going to happen? You are able to even earn all the way to $1,000 if you started in May, because this incentive started in May. And if you did that the first month, May, you got $100. If you did it the following month, you got $200 and so forth. If you haven't done so, still August is the month you sponsor 2, you help them to get to Partner Plus, and you get $100. So no matter what month you did it, from May to August, you have a chance to earn $100, $200, $300 consecutively, and $400. So this is another great incentive that really motivates you and encourages you to build your team and share the incredible news with Juice Plus.
Laura?
Special recognition. Yes?
Laura, excuse me. The slides are not moving.
No,
we're still on the first one.
Oh my God. Thank you for letting me know. Do you see this one?
Not yet. No, we only saw the first one.
Ay, ay, ay. Well,
I saw it. Once you switched it, I saw it. Yeah, it was on. It needed to go on to presenter mode.
Ay, 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 ay. Okay. Thank you so much. I am so sorry. It has never happened to me. But okay, let me just make sure that we have everything in place. And we will do it. I want to do it really fast because we already went through this. But just let me know if in this case you see them and they're moving.
You just need to put it. There you go. You got
now
it.
You see it? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. I wish I would have known a little bit a while back. Okay, so we have $10 sign-up fee. I just mentioned about that. 120 days in 120 with 120 events is ending in August. Still a chance for you to be recognized on stage, to be celebrated and earn prizes if you have 4, 10, or 20 events. And as you know, you send your information of the event to those emails that we mentioned. And U Plus 2 is also an event, an incentive that is ending in August, in which if you sponsor 2 and you help them to get to Partner Plus, you can earn $100. And this is all the way through August, from May through August. If you haven't done it at all in the first month, which would be August, you will earn your first $100. It's a great opportunity to build your team, and with special recognition, prizes, and a great opportunity to be celebrated in Phoenix, of course. And also we have our Build to Last, which is the incentive of the year. This is a time for you to really work hard in recruiting and earning points from January all the way through December and earn prizes. These are the prizes that the monthly top winners are earning every single month. And these are the prizes that we are sending to those that are at the top, that has the most points in a quarterly basis. So I just want to give you an idea, because we still have September, October, November, and December, and of course, the rest of August. And what is going to happen? If you are one of the top 200 qualifiers, you're going to be able to be celebrated and be in this incredible resort in March 2025, where you're going to have the chance to be celebrated as royalty with receptions, a visit to the NAI facility, and much more. So it's actually something that we need to pay attention to. And last but not least, this is another incentive that just started in July, in which if you have 4 or more new Healthy Starts orders in July, August, and September, you're going to be able to be part of a drawing to win $350 gift card. And there's going to be 5 partners per month, 5 in July, 5 in August, 5 in September, that they can earn that. And the big prize, the grand prize, is going to be for the one that has the most customers with Healthy Starts. And that person is through the end of September, and that person is going to earn $1,000. What a great program, Healthy Start, to help a child to eat our capsules for free, or our gummies. And last but not least, really, we have a great event coming around the corner. If you haven't bought your ticket, please take a picture of the QR code and make sure you're there, because it's really going to be one that is going to be amazing. And I feel like we're living in a moment that is different for Juice Plus, with getting momentum, getting excitement, with so many changes and so many new innovations that our CEO has brought into the table, really, because we are innovating Juice Plus, and there's so many great news you're going to be hearing, you're going to be listening. And last but not least, of course, we have our great Hispanic workshop. If you haven't registered, we're going to have a great trainer, an incredible leader that is going to be training to us, and we're going to have music, we're going to celebrate. We're going to have a really great time with all our Hispanic partners. So if you want to be there, if you have people that are Hispanic, please share this and make sure you register. It's free, but space is limited. Okay. And of course, just make sure that you put in your calendar our last Zoom that we're going to have, Leadership University, which is going to be overcoming objection, and it's going to be absolutely fantastic. So now let's get to the main topic and the main leader. We have a very, very special leader with us today. She is Sarah Birdmore, and she is an executive marketing director. Let me let you know a little bit about her. Okay, Sarah Birdmore is a mom of 3 teenagers, boys, and has been happily married for almost 20 years to her husband, Luke. Sarah has always been passionate about helping others with health and fitness. She said yes to the Juice Plus business 14 years ago and built this business to executive marketing director. Sarah has lots to share with you today about building a team. This is going to be how to share your Juice Plus business story. So I'm going to remove my screen. Go ahead, Sarah, and welcome. So great to have you.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm just going to take a second here to get my screen up, and hopefully, I'm sorry I didn't interrupt you on your slides. Please interrupt me if I'm not sharing in full screen and you're not seeing them properly. Give me 2 seconds here.
It's going to be great. She and I had a time to connect and work this presentation. I'm sure you're going to love it. Okay. The great thing about Sarah is that she speaks from experience, from the heart, and she's sharing everything that she has known in this journey.
Laura, sorry to interrupt you. Thank you for saying that. It's not giving me the normal share. Like when I go to share, it's not allowing me. I'm glad.
Okay, I make you again the co-host. Did you get that? Did you get that?
Perhaps maybe I missed it.
Okay, you got it.
Great. Let's see. Still having the same issue today. Just 1 sec. Let me just see. It's not showing me where I can share my screen. It's saying screens, but it's really not. I don't think it's necessarily a co-host issue. I think I'm just having issues with sharing. Like it's different than I've ever seen before.
Really? Do you mind if I share them? I have them ready.
No, I don't mind. I
don't know it never happened before, but
yeah. Well, I'm glad I shared the presentation with you. I'll try.
I am so glad. Yes, of course. Okay.
Yeah, just go ahead and then I'll just prompt you. Yeah, that's okay.
Yes. Okay, let's go and get this, because I think you're gonna definitely, it's gonna be a great experience. So thank you.
And while she's loading that up, and yeah, if you could just put it into presenter mode, then we'll get, there we go. Perfect. I'd love to know just in the chat, how long everyone has been in the business. I kind of looked through some faces on here and saw some familiar faces, some new faces. So I'm just curious if you guys could just take a second and put in the chat how many years you've been here. 9, 20, 10, 7, 22, 6, Man, I love that. 21, 10, 13, 14, 2, awesome. 8, 4 months. Congrats. 7 years. Amazing. Wow, this says something about our business. You know, I watched an expert get on Facebook the other day and say that very little network marketing companies, if you ask them how long in a room full of, 50 people, how long they've been in the business, would they ever say more than 2 years? And I just said, no, you're not our Juice Plus company, right? Our Juice Plus company is here to last, and we're here with them for the journey, which is such a blessing. 1.5 years. Awesome. All right, well, I'm going to go ahead and get started. And today I'm going to be sharing just how to share the business and some things around that. You're going to learn about building belief in the business. You're going to learn how to craft your story and who to share with and how to share and when. But before I do that, I just kind of want to jump in and share my own journey with you guys. As Laura said, I have been loving the Juice Plus products and loving the Juice Plus business for sharing the business now for 14 years, loving the Juice Plus products for 15 years. And I'm not going anywhere. I'm very proud to be a Juice Plus partner. I really feel that this business is a gift, and it's a gift that we need to give away as much as possible. I said yes to this business 14 years ago because, similar to today's economics, we were in a downturn economy back in 2010 and just had our 3rd child. I was a stay-at-home mom, loving life, loving the blessing of being at home and raising my kids. But because times were tough at that time, my husband took a huge pay cut. And I had already been loving on the Juice Plus products as a happy customer. And I didn't entertain the business because my goal was to stay at home and raise my babies. But times changed and finances changed, and I became open to the opportunity. And I'm so glad I did, because that was 14 years ago now. And I've been sharing these products in this amazing business for the last 14 years, growing team. And, of course, there's been seasons. I'm just going to share with you guys. Of course, there's been different seasons. The best seasons have been the seasons of team building. And it's the most exciting and rewarding season. And this business has blessed my family beyond. We've got to say yes to so many amazing things. So if you're just new and you're just learning about this amazing opportunity, I just want to instill in you that you're in the right place. And if you've been here for a long time and you need to be re-inspired, you're in the right place. So with that, I'm going to ask Laura to flip a slide for me. Thank you. I've got my own personal assistant today. So number one is,
yes.
I love it. Team, right?
This is a team effort.
Yes. Okay. So number one is, why share the business? Why would we even want to share the business in the first place? Maybe you're new and you're just loving on the products and you have zero desire to share the business. I'm going to convince you otherwise. Okay. Number one is, well, this isn't in any order. I think number one is to make a bigger impact. All right. Because at the end of the day, it's all about whose lives we're changing. I guarantee the majority of you are like me, and you came into this out of the love and the feels of what Juice Plus did for your family, and you wanted to share it with your friends and family, because that's who we are at Juice Plus. We're very product heavy, but we need to switch that up, because guess what? We cannot make a huge impact just with the people that we know in our circle. So unless they're going to get out there and you're going to become an absolute network ninja, which I think you should anyways, but unless you're going to dedicate all your time to go share with hundreds and thousands of people, how are you going to make that huge impact? When you build a team, you leverage yourself, you leverage your skill, and you leverage your time and your income. You're able to create more time flexibility and more income flexibility. I don't like to say freedom, because I'm not sure if that's even a thing. Time freedom, financial freedom, but flexibility to say yes to more things. When you build a team, you spend time teaching them what you know and leading them and pointing them in the right direction. And they go out and they share. And it's more fun. Like I said, in all the seasons I've been in, and I've been in plenty, I promise you, and you have too, I'm sure, even if you've just been with us for a minute, there's different seasons. The most exciting is with team. If I'm right and you feel me, can I hear some emojis or feel some emojis in the comments? I'd love to know if you have fun building team, because for me, that is so rewarding. It's so rewarding to share the Juice Plus products and see how the health impact, how it makes on their health. But when you take a partner and they take that same enthusiasm, that same excitement, and you teach them to go out and be brave and share, it is the most rewarding thing. So I'm going to encourage you to really get out there and share more. for the fun of it. All right, next slide. But there's this thing called belief. And I, without a doubt, believe truly that unless you have a strong belief in these 4 areas when it comes to team building, that you are going to be as quiet as can be, and you're not going to get out there and offer this gift the way it was intended to be offered, right? We need to build belief in ourselves. So I'm going to ask you to do something for me. I'm going to ask you to be a little bit vulnerable, even if you've been with us for a long time. Again, this is a safe container. On a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being, I don't even know why I showed up to this call, I can't stand this company, to 10 being, I'm all in, I share the business with every single person that I come into contact with. I believe every single person should have this business. Where are you at? I see a 9, awesome, with belief in our company. Okay, compensation, same thing. How do you feel about our compensation? Do you believe in it? Do you understand it, right? Team, how about the supportive team that we have? Look at Laura hosting these calls for us, right? And that's just from corporate, the regional directors. Then you've got your upline team that's there to help. Then you've got your sideline team. I will tell you, I built an NMD with sidelines. Miss Stacy Zacher, if she's on here, I know her mama Taria is. You know, I built with sidelines. Team is just everyone that's surrounding you and supporting you and the people that you bring on. And of course, systems, right? Who doesn't love our hub and our new welcome modules to go through? And if your team has adapted to boards, and there's just so many things in place to help your team members have success. But if you're not familiar with them or you're not educated in them, you haven't taken the time to dive in and really study and understand, then guess what? There's going to be hindering thoughts inside your mind that's telling you, no, I'm not ready to bring on team. I'm not there yet. I don't understand the compensation. I don't know how to lead them. I don't understand the systems. So we want to make sure that as a leader, which you are, sales coordinator and above, you know, we're becoming leaders, that we invest the time to learn who our company is. Come to conference. Every single one of you on this call, I want you at conference. I want you bringing your team. If you haven't seen what Travis is up to, if you don't feel excited about what's going on with our company right now and the innovation and the players that he's bringing to play with us, I'm telling you, your wood is not what, it's wet. I say it's not wet, it's wet. It's soaking wet. You need some fire, friend. And compensation, I studied Julie Herbst. I mean, I love Julie Herbst. I've actually never met her in person, but she is my true hero, because when I was growing in this business, all I did was play her on repeat. Compensation, healthy, videos that she did. And I studied and I was a student, and it's up to you to be that student now and learn. All right, I'm ready to move on to the next slide, Miss Laura. All right, so now it's about crafting your business story. And I saw some 20-year business holders on this call. Please come back and revisit this with me. And I'm gonna take a little bit of time and hang out here. And this is why, is that our stories change and they evolve. And I got to, after 7 years, help one of my teammates who felt her story was completely irrelevant due to the fact that she was going through a divorce and she had to go back to work after this business, and she felt that the business failed her. And we got to dig in deep and we got to recraft her story and realize that the thousands of dollars that she is making per month is helping her not to have to get 2 jobs, 3 jobs, that it's giving her that time with her children, that she's still able to have that flexibility and work in a place that she gets to choose to. And we got to recraft her story. So if you've been with this business a long time and you feel like your story is irrelevant, or you feel like maybe you've been through a season of pain in this business, I engage you and encourage you to step in and reformat your story. Really get real with the beauty and what this business has offered you. I know I have had to do that personally over the last few years, and it feels good to rewrite my story. But if you're just beginning with us, and even if you've been around, you know, what are the steps to crafting your story? Number one, I just want to say first, your story is your number one tool. I train on creating curiosity, which leads to a conversation, The best way to get people curious is to share your story. Okay. I'm not saying dump on them, but share your story. So you need to craft this story. So I want every single one of you to rewrite your story. Now, what problem did you have before signing up to become a Juice Plus partner? Or what struggle were you facing? Perhaps you were missing something. When talking with Laura, she said, Sarah, I didn't have a problem. And I promise her she did. She just didn't realize it when she said yes. It wasn't after until her cup was filled with passion and excitement and goals and just being acknowledged that perhaps maybe she was missing a mission, right? Maybe you don't know what that was, but maybe you've got to dig deep in there. For me, the problem was there wasn't enough money at the end of the month to say yes to more options for our children, to put them in the sports and the clubs and all of the things that we wanted to do in that season of life, right? I continue to say yes to this business every single day because I want to continue to be at home. I could have gone back to work, but this business allowed me to continue to be the mom I wanted to be all the way through. My first just went commuting, but going to college, I still get to be here. And that is still very important to me to this day. So what is important to you? What is it that you might have been struggling with or perhaps missing that this business is offering you? Okay, we're going to start with that. And then we're going to say, why did you choose the Juice Plus company? There's so many other ways that you could have created income. There's so many other communities that you could have been a part of, but why did you choose Juice Plus? I know why I chose Juice Plus, because there's no product or program that I would rather put my name behind than the Juice Plus products. Not only did they literally take my family from being in an incredible health crisis, but they're researched and everybody needs them. They're simple, they're clean, right? That is why I chose this company, because they have the #1 product in my mind in the world. In addition to that, when it comes to the business, there was no risk or big investment. I didn't have a lot of money to invest into a huge franchise to go and spend and have to buy monthly minimums and feel like I was buried in products. This company gave me the opportunity to build a business without risk, right? And that was huge for me. There's not a lot of companies out there that can do that for us. In addition to that, you want to think about, how has this business impacted your life? Now, maybe you're new and maybe you haven't created a sustainable amount of income that you feel is maybe worthy. And I want you to let go of that. I want you to get back to your vision and your hope and your dreams. What are you building towards? What are you working towards? I'm going to be 100% real with you. My business isn't where it was 4 years ago. I was singing from the rooftops 4 years ago. But, I'm not ashamed to tell someone that, like, I'm reinventing myself. I'm regrowing right now. This business is filled with so much hope because of what this company gives us through the compensation, through the products, right? I have so much ability to grow, and you do too. So I want you to think about, what does that look like? What are you holding space for with this business, right? That's maybe what you share if you haven't reached necessarily a financial goal. But I want to remind you, it's not all about financial. It's about community, connection, growth. You know how much I've grown in the last 14 years? I am a completely different person, and I am so grateful for that, if not for everything else as well. So next slide, Laura. All right. So how to share your Juice Plus story. So you're going to craft your stories. You guys are going to be working on that. I know you're thinking about it already. #1 is you want to make it short. Don't bore them with useless details. I promise you with every fiber inside of me. Okay, well, there is a time and a place. I do want to set apart. There is a time and a place for a longer, more elaborate story on a stage with 250 people, Women's Expo, motivational speech. There's a journey in that story that you're taking them on. Okay, if you've done story workshops with Eric Worre, you know what I'm talking about. But right now, today, we are talking about the coffee shop. We're talking about, maybe you go out to a little mixer, meet somebody, you hear something that they say that engages you to understand that perhaps they need some financial flexibility, right? This is where you insert your story. You want to make it short, You do not want to bore them with useless details of long timelines. Who introduced you to the products? What was their story? Like, so many times I hear people giving so many details about their story that are completely irrelevant. We talk fruits and vegetables with Juice Plus. I'm going to tell you to get to the meat and potatoes, friends. Just get to the meat and potatoes, right? Like, what was your problem? Why did you choose the Juice Plus company? And how has your problem been solved? Or what is it doing to help you solve that problem, right? What are you excited about? Number 2 is be authentic and real. People will relate to you, especially your friends and family, when you show up authentically as yourself. Everybody else is taken. You know that. You've got to be you. People can tell when you're trying to showboat or put on a front or pretend that you're bigger than you are in the Juice Plus business. Tell them, like, don't ever lie. Don't ever tell them you make more money than you do. Be real. Like, if you are just getting going, or maybe you're just in a different state in your business, show up in that state and be real, but be excited and show up with enthusiasm. You see, the thing is that sales is a transfer of enthusiasm, right? No one, I promise you, no one wants to buy your products or your business if you're not excited about it. And if you're not excited about it, I'm giving you, I don't know if Laura will appreciate this now, I'm giving you permission to either find your excitement or go find something else, because I want you to show up excited. I never want you to feel like this is a chore, this is a job. You should be absolutely elated to go out there and share this business with people, all right? And maybe that means it's time to get to conference, right? Let's do this. Okay, next slide. All right. I promised myself I could get through 30 minutes of talking, 20 minutes of talking without water, but it seems impossible. Okay. Creating emotion in your story. This is important, okay? Whether it is your product story or your business story, but we're talking about business today, is that people need to understand how that pain point affected you. Because when you add emotion to your story, you're helping your prospect feel how this business has offered you hope or has helped you overcome that struggle. When you create emotion, your prospect will insert themselves into your story and see a solution for themselves. So although I said 1 to 2 minutes, if you take 3, that's okay. But just make sure that those extra seconds and minutes are used to really have them visualize what it was like. So for instance, for me, I always wanted to be a stay-at-home mom. That was my dream. My mom worked 3 jobs to put food on the table for 4 of her children who she was a single mother to. And I thank her so much for that. But for me, what I needed was to have someone there for me during those rough times. And she couldn't be. For me, that's why it was so incredibly important to be at home raising my children. And so when the time came that my husband came to me and asked if there was any way I could create extra income, the thought of going to work was debilitating, because that was something that I had worked so hard not to do so I could be there for my kids. This business gave me that back. I was able to do both. I was able to serve my family and create income for my family, which I think there should be no reason why a mom should have to choose between the two. So I could say that really quickly, right? It does help when you talk fast too, but not too fast. Our interpreters aren't liking that probably. But that is, when you help them see what it could have been like and what it is like now, you really get them visualizing. So that is important as well. Next slide, please. All right. When, where, how, I think I put my and in the wrong place. When, where, and how to share your story. Okay. So there's opportunities everywhere, guys, absolutely everywhere. I'm going to say, first off, number 1 is your customer base. I'm going to guarantee that each and every single one of you have at least 1 customer if you're a sales coordinator, if not 24, right, or more. So that is the one place to share. You have happy customers. Do they know that there's a business? Aside from you posting on social media or just dropping hints, have you ever invited them to take a look at what is possible with the Juice Plus business? Hey, Kelly, just thinking about you. I know that you're absolutely loving your Juice Plus products and having such an incredible experience. Would you ever be interested in taking a look at the business side? This business has offered me so many solutions financial solutions when it's come to raising my kids and staying at home. If she says or he says yes, right? and you are in a conversation with them, this one-on-one conversation, you're going to hear needs. They're going to talk to you about that, about what's going on in their life. Yes, you know what, I've been looking for ways to create income, or, you know, I've been struggling lately, actually not even sure if I can afford my Juice Plus anymore. You're going to hear things that come up, and that's where you can insert different parts of your story, different parts of your journey. That's where, you know, you want to craft your big, huge story, but then you want to narrow it down to sort of your elevator pitch, and then you can always pull pieces from it. But that's where you share that hope, is in that one-on-one. Like, I know how you feel. You know what? It's not the exact same situation I was in, but very similar. And this is, you know, what my journey was like, and this is what I've accomplished, and this is why I love showing women and men how they can do this for their own families. So, you know, one-on-one, you establish a need, you share your story, and then, you know, that's the first step. We're going to talk about the next step in a second. Events. You always want to close with the opportunity. I don't care if it's sourdough, salad in a jar, Bend and Blends, Nourish and Flourish, like if it's all products. I mean, we've got to get sharing the business, people. We have to. It is just like what is possible and what we have needs to be shared with more people. You can't have a room full of people and not share the business. So, you know, at the end of the event, whatever it is, thank you guys so much for joining us tonight and taking time out of your busy schedules to come learn what we're up to and what we're doing with, you know, helping people become healthier. If you leave here tonight and you only do one thing, and that's making a change for your health, we empower you with that. And we're grateful that that is what you took away. If you heard about Juice Plus and you absolutely loved what you heard and you're ready to get started, please, we would love to help you on that journey and help you with your health. But if you were sitting in this room tonight thinking about all the people who needed to hear this message, there is an opportunity with the Juice Plus company, and I would empower you to take a deeper look at it. I'm not going to get into all the details tonight, but for just $10, you can join this community and get the support, get your products at the best available price, cost, and share with people and create income. Insert story. 14 years ago, I was a stay-at-home mom, loving life, riding on the coattails of my husband. Insert 2010 economy crash, pay cuts. That dream was about to end. And my husband came to me and asked me what I could do to create income. I immediately started crying because the thought of working and leaving my children seemed impossible. I didn't have family here to help. Daycare was going to be more than I could ever make because I didn't have a college education. But then I remembered these amazing products that I loved that have served my family for the last year. And I said yes to the opportunity. 14 years later, I built an international business. I help men and women build businesses. I've created, you know, time. I'm not going to get into numbers, but time and flexibility and freedoms, right? So that's how you could close an event off. Social media is the next thing, is, you know, probably not going to just like blurt your entire story out there, but I saw a really great, actually, if you go visit my business partner, Nicole Scott, she just posted a great post to create energy and excitement around what she's doing. It's not necessarily her whole story, but it's how this business has offered solutions to problems for her and other people, and how she's inviting people to come join her. You never want to post your story, especially if you're extremely blessed in this business financially. You do not want to come off as boasting or not humble, of course, right? Like, oh, look at me, I'm on this flashy trip, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. You want to post what your struggle was, how this business offered a solution, and how you love to help other men and women, or men, women, whatever your market is, do the same, so that they know that there's an opportunity for them. Let's have a conversation, right? Let's have a conversation. So those are different ways of how you can utilize your story to empower one-on-one events and on social media. Next slide, please. All right, unlocking opportunities, strategies for finding new partners. Here is a few of my teammates. I'm just going to share a few. So I'm in the center looking at the girl in the blue. To the very left, some of you know Miss Kelly Morgan. I'm going to think she's one of the top salespeople in all of the Juice Plus company. During our online growth time 4 years ago, she was getting over 200 orders a month. You guys have seen her on this call and other calls, I believe. believe it or not, I found Miss Kelly Morgan by being tagged in a SWIP swap group in Arizona when I was living in Arizona. They're not in every area, I've noticed, here in Florida, but it's kind of like a buy and sell, put things out there. And Miss Kelly said, I'm looking for somebody who sells Juice Plus. Does anyone know anyone? And a happy customer tagged me, and I immediately booked a play date at the park with Kelly. And, you know, she didn't immediately latch on to the business. She was definitely worth the wait, but 7 years later, she exploded, even though the whole time she was loving her Juice Plus product. So I continue to love on her and become friends with her and get to know her family. To my right of Kelly, in the light pale green shirt, is Alona Morrison. 20 years of friendship. We bartended together. We lived together. We married friends. We both moved from East Coast of Canada to West Coast, different areas. I moved to Arizona. She moved to Kelowna, British Columbia. And, you know, when she was looking for something to help her lose weight and feel better as a young mom, I shared the Juice Plus products with her and reminded her at that time there was a business. She wasn't ready to jump on board right away. But after she got burnt out of her traditional franchise where she was spending thousands, she spent thousands of dollars to brand and build. She said yes to this opportunity, and we've been building ever since. She's a QNMD. And then over in the corner, you see Jen Ridenauer. Jen and I actually met in a Facebook group in Jen Friesen, I love you. Jen and I actually met in a Facebook group, which was like a healthy plant-based group that we met. We became Facebook friends. I noticed that she was dealing with some health struggles. I was sharing Juice Plus with her. She wasn't picking up on it, but she sure did pick up on the business. You know, I said, Jen, I know that you are a wise woman. I know that you love health and nutrition, and I can see that you're looking to create extra income and you're online sharing all of these amazing health tips. Have you ever thought about monetizing what you're doing? And she jumped on board with me. And, you know, there's so many ways to share. Your customer base is number one, right? Every single person that you share Juice Plus with should at least know that there is an opportunity. And I'll give you one more example before we do our last two closing slides. Just this week, I got tagged in another post. It's important to do good customer care. That has been my 2023, 2024, like mantra, is just like better customer care, better customer care. I got tagged in a post just the other day, shared the products with a young mom. She just joined my team. She signed her partner application. We're hosting a brunch on September 2nd. She's already shared it with 5 people and she's ready to go. So you just, you know, I heard she was, you know, she said something that made me understand that she had a financial need. She was taking a course to diversify her income, and I shared my story. She was open to it. We booked a Zoom and now she's signed up. So not always have I been this on fire, different seasons. I am on fire for the business right now, and I encourage all of you to just catch a spark, you know. Next slide, please. All right, so what are the next steps? When you share your story, I really don't want you to go and like dump everything on them the minute they seem intrigued. Please, please, please refrain from doing that. You're going to seem salesy, pitchy. You're going to seem very eager. Chill out. There's lots of time. This is like doesn't have to happen. You know, Rome wasn't built in a day. There needs to be trust built. There needs to be a process in place. When you share your story, really, when they become intrigued and you ask them if they're open to learning more, would you like to learn more? That's it. Can you all ask that? Would you like to learn more? Yes, yes, I want to learn more. So the next step is you invite them to learn more. And your best route by doing that is a 3-way connection, Zoom or call, whatever works for you. We do Zooms with your upline business partner. If you've been in this business a long time and you can share on your own, that's great. You know, obviously, but book a time where you can take them through the business. You can overview it. You can talk and learn more about them and what they're looking for and how invested they may or may not be, so that you know exactly what information to show up and give them, right? If they're kind of like a little bit on the fence, you're not going to want to dump everything on them. You just want to talk about fun and excitement and just simple steps to move forward, right? There's recorded business overview calls you can share at live events. Would love to see the teams and the leaders doing, we've been talking about this, more live business overview events, right? That you guys can invite to and you can host for your teams. Would love to see more people doing business events. So these are things that you can invite them to, where then they learn why the Juice Plus company, who is the Juice Plus company, how long has the Juice Plus company been around, why do our products stand apart, what do we do differently with our compensation, you know, no shipping, no billing, just with the touch of a finger you can load a cart, and of course our new technology is coming. How exciting is that we're going to have all of these things for them to make their life easier. So opportunity is calling, right? For them, they just need to make they can't make a decision unless they're educated. That is my philosophy, is that nobody can give it a hard yes or a hard no unless they're educated. So by sharing your story, you're just asking them if they're open to learning more. And if they are, that's where the education comes in. All right, and next slide.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. So we're closing out today, sorry. You know, the first step is to write your story and rewrite it. Again, if you've written it before, rewrite it. Maybe you are not in a place where you are having gratitude for what this business has given you. I have talked to different people in different network marketing companies, different businesses right now where you just feel a little bit displaced. Get back to what you love, get back to what inspired you to begin with, and get back to thinking about how this business has served you if you've been here. If you're new and you haven't sat down to do this, now is the time. We want every single one of you to craft your story. There's a recap, right? What was your struggle before? Why did you choose the Juice Plus company? And how has this business impacted your life? And, you know, what are you excited about? And with that, we have our last call to action is we're going to ask you guys to, next slide, please, to email your story. We want to hear from you, right? Write your story. This is your story of your new beginning, your new journey, sharing the business, and we want to be part of that. So we're asking you to email Laura Morales. You see her email right there with your story before, and make sure you do it not the day of or the day before, maybe 2 days before, so you're not leaving her trying to get everybody's information together last minute. Email your story to Laura, and not only is every single one of you who emails your story, you're all going to get recognized. So a little bit of pressure. If you don't share your story, you're not going to get recognized. We all like to be recognized. Let's be real. And who doesn't love a Juice Plus bottle from your head to your tomatoes? Okay. We're going to give away 3 of those water bottles. We're going to do a drawing on the next call. But more than anything, it's not about the water bottle. I promise you. It's really even not about the acknowledgement. It's about you writing and crafting your story so you can start the next part of your journey and continue what you started, right? That's it, guys. That's all I've got for today.
Awesome. Wow, Sarah. Let's give Sarah a round of applause. Wherever you are, we're all muted, but I think it was an incredible training. I appreciate so much, Sarah. I know you're busy. I know you have so much on your plate, and the fact that you dedicated this time to us and really to prepare with this was amazing. So I just want to thank you, really. And I'm just excited are you excited about the call to action? You know, we were brainstorming as we were getting ready for the call, and Sarah said, I was saying, well, how about if we give him a call to action? And she said, how about if we give him a prize? I'm like, ooh, wait a minute.
I like prizes. People like to work for prizes, you know? I mean,
exactly.
Anytime the Juice Plus company gives out prizes, we sell, don't we, guys? Right? We like money, we like prizes, we like competition. Give it to us.
Absolutely. So
business only. I'm only looking for business because I know that you know your product story inside and out. You could do it in your sleep. Okay. I want you guys to work on your business stories. That is what we need to be sharing, is our business stories. Everyone, the world needs to hear the Juice Plus business story.
Absolutely. And I want to thank you for that, Sarah. The message, this particular training was dedicated to the business story because, in all honesty, not many people share the business story. We are absolutely experts in sharing the product. Nobody can beat us. I mean, we are the best. But when it's about the business story, we find that many of you don't build teams. This is the real truth. And really, building a team is the best way for you to have a steady income that will grow and help many more people. So we get what we ask for. If you are looking for customers, that's what you're going to get. But I believe, I guarantee you that you start sharing your story, the business story, and look for business partners for your team, they're going to start to show up, and you're going to see the biggest growth of your business that you have ever had, because nothing is more powerful than you finding people that are going to do the same thing that you do. And the most amazing thing is that they're going to make money. Let's not be afraid to say, hey, and you can make an extra income. Hey, and you can get cash out of doing this. As you share this, the company reward you by paying you commissions. People are looking for ways to increase their income nowadays, Sarah. The economy is really asking for an extra income in average family. Don't you think?
Yeah, I mean, do I think I could have tears? We moved to Florida a year ago, and I will tell you, I was not prepared for the insurance and the tax hike on housing. Like I wasn't. I just got my insurance, $14,000 for car insurance for myself and 3 others. And granted, I have teen drivers, but like, it's crazy. Like, I need this. Like, I need someone tell me again on the business. Like, it's just crazy. And I was talking to a young mom last night, and like, this just broke my heart. She's my new teammate. Her husband makes good money, but like 6 figures, but it's not enough. And to the point where he has to work nights so she can work days. He doesn't sleep so he can watch the kids, and he gets naps. That's it. And like, she is so hungry for change to help her husband feel rested. Like, this is, inflation is a real thing, people. And,
it is happening.
You don't want them to cut their Juice Plus because they can't afford it. You better tell them that they can get a discount, a rebate back, and that they can make money and pay for their own products. Even if you lead with that, they're gonna turn around. And
also, Sarah, if you're new and you say, well, I'm not really making a lot of money, even if you make $100, that's your business story. And you can say this, I'm starting, and you can even borrow stories. I will be sharing Sarah's story per se. If I'm a new partner, I will say, I'm just started, but I'm so excited because I've seen people making money. And let me tell you the story of somebody I met.
Or let me start a group chat. Let me introduce you to my friend, Nicole. Let me introduce you to my friend, Sarah. She's been doing the business for 14 years. Don't be afraid to use our tools. We have Messenger, we have group texting. You can schedule a Zoom. You could do a 3-way FaceTime. Like, there's so many things you can do to help empower people to see a bigger vision, right? That's what it is.
Absolutely. So I want to thank you again, Sarah. It was an incredible call. I knew it was going to be just like that. We learned a lot. And just remind them the 3 steps to prepare their stories, Sarah.
The 3 steps. Number 1 is, what was your pain or struggle, or what was missing, right? If you don't think it was painful. 2 is, why did you choose the Juice Plus business? Of all the businesses you could have chose, why Juice Plus? And then 3 is, how has that impacted your life? Or what are you again, if it's not a financial impact right now, or time flexibility impact right now, like, what are you looking for it to help with? And I challenge you guys to take this back to your teams, take this training back to your teams, and work with them on their stories and help them, because more people need to really utilize their stories as their number 1 tool to start a conversation, to create that curiosity. It all begins with the story, and people are just so, they're not sharing anymore. I was guilty of it. I just got out of the habit. And then one day I woke up, I'm like, what am I doing? Why am I not sharing the business anymore? What happened? And it's like, I don't know, maybe who knows what happened? It's just like any habit, right? Why aren't I eating healthy right now? I don't know. Milkshake tastes amazing. Sometimes you just lose a habit, but it's time to, get that habit going again and create more intention, right?
Yes, I put my email again. I wrote down my email again on the chat, just for if anybody missed it. It's Morelos, Morelos, because many people confuse it to Morales. So it's Morelos. Just want to make sure I get all the emails. I hope I will be surprised, Sarah, and we get like 50 people.
I will help you. We'll do a wheel of names. Okay.
Exactly.
2 days before the next call is when we would like to have them. So
which is September 3rd.
Why don't you, instead of asking when the deadline is, that tells me that you're like me, and you'll wait till the very last minute, like a procrastinator mindset. Okay, the way to beat procrastination is to get into action. Work on your stories today and have them to her by tomorrow. That's the deadline.
And yes, and one of the things that you said, and we're going to wrap it up with this, you said something very important, Sarah. Your business story is the best tool you're going to have to grow your business. Nothing is more powerful than you can share your story and say, this is working for me. I didn't read it. I didn't listen to a speaker. I didn't go to the website to get my story. It is my personal experience with the company. And that is powerful. That is powerful, Sarah. When you have your own story and people know you and people look at you and say, wow, if that happened to her, it can happen to me, right?
Absolutely.
Okay, Sarah, let's wrap it up. Thank you so much, everyone. And do you want to say the last word, Sarah?
I just hope that I lit a fire for you guys. I've been burning a blaze, like I said, different seasons. And since last fall conference, I really opened my eyes and said, what am I doing? Why aren't I taking this seriously anymore? Why am I putting it in the back pocket, And I moved to Florida a year ago this month, knew not a soul. And I've had probably over 100 women through my home, hosting events, doing sourdough workshops, getting out there and sharing, networking. I'm still growing, I'm going for no. At the end of the day, it's, I had to get back into action myself, both with the products and the business, because I got complacent. So the products came first, the customer base grew, and now the business is growing. And it's like, sometimes I'm just going to be real. Sometimes you just got to start over. Sometimes you just got to reinvent the story and get back to the basics and get back into action. Action beats procrastination. So that's it. That's all I got for you guys.
Awesome. Thank you so much, everyone. Have a great rest of the week. Thank you, Sarah, so much. That was fun.
Thank you.